we'll jump to this next story. We got this from Timcast.com. Bud Light to release camo print bottles in attempt to recover from Dylan Mulvaney fiasco.
That'll help. Yeah.
Come on.
I think you guys are really. I think it's interesting that they're doing this on the eve of Pride. They're going with camo for Pride.
Wow.
Bud Light sales at the end of May 6th was down 27.7%. And you can see all of their Anheuser-Busch's brands, ABI brands, and Anheuser-Busch InBev have dropped. And this is what the street says. New Bud Light data suggests outrage against company is waning. What does that really mean? What? The reason why sales aren't getting any lower is because they've lost already around 30% of their sales. So close to 1/3, let's just say a quarter of their customers have dropped them. As this spreads, it will probably stay around this number. A lot of people don't care. I went to a grocery store. They had Bud Light right in front. I didn't even think twice about it. Yeah. There was it was like have a barbecue, like go out and grill and have tacos, and then it was a bunch of stuff like taco shells, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then there was a row with both sides was all Bud Light and coolers, and I thought it was funny. I was like, oh, look at that, all the Bud Light. And I didn't realize it till later. I was like, oh wait, they moved all the Bud Light to the front of the store, and it was on sale.
I love how.
Sorry, I always kick this thing. I'm a hazard.
I love just the blatant hysterical overcompensation. They're like, gay? No, we're not gay. We're Army guys. Yeah, no, we're Army guys now. Yeah, no, for sure. Right. Look at us. I got camo beer. We're camo
It'd be
now.
Funny if
it's
no,
like,
but
dude,
hold on. Wait.
Hold up. Last week.
Camo. Is it navy camo?
No, I was going to say they didn't do a navy thing though.
It's the brand is blue. So they might go for the navy blue. I love the thing everybody was mentioning, like the Navy made blue camo. It's like you fall in the water and no one can see you.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what's the point of that?
They're like, hold on, we have to push away from this reputation. Let's do something manly, military service. I got it. It cuts to their commercial in the Navy.
Like, what is the best military branch? We have a great idea. No, I think this is sort of a crazy venture. I hope that anyone can see that this is such an gross way to try to sell your product off the military.
Stolen valor. It's a little bit stolen valor.
I think if Bud Light really wanted to sell their products, this is what they should do. And I know it's going to sound insane, but I think they should just start infiltrating Pinterest with like 1,000 ways to cook using only Bud Light. Like tell
Folds of Honor program.
Right. To be like, it's cheap. You can get Bud Light. It's not expensive right now. Some places you can get it for free.
Dude.
And you can cook it in your slow cooker. You can do all these things, but you have to use Bud Light. Eventually, that's the only way to sell your product. You have to pretend that you're not actually a drink. You're just actually some random ingredient.
I am getting more and more angry reading about this. I am seriously pissed off reading this.
What is it?
Anheuser-Busch will produce bottles with a camouflage print and images of the Folds of Honor program, which provides educational scholarships for children and spouses of fallen and disabled American military service members and first responders, according to the executive. No. Earmuffs, if your children are in the room, you have been warned. Fuck you, Bud Light. Go fuck yourselves. This is probably 10 times more offensive than anything they could have done. They spit in your face. They mock you behind the scenes. They talk in private about how they know you're mad and they refuse to apologize. And then they say, I know, let's shove disabled military veterans in their faces as if that will absolve them of their responsibilities. This is the most offensive way, in my opinion, to respond to the backlash.
Dude, well, the first thing they did was bring up 9/11.
Yeah.
Which
Seriously.
is wild. They're like, we're not gay. 9/11 Army. America.
Don't you see that Clydesdale? We're the good guys.
With a horse. We ride horses and we ride horses. 9/11 Army.
Also, this foundation, I feel sad for them because they're going to also get backlash. Like, even if they're legitimately trying to do good work, like, why would you accept a partnership with Bud Light right now? Like, I don't care how much you think they're worth. This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
If a company wants to align themselves with Bud Light, that the only thing this European company is doing, it's not an American company, is repeatedly kicking us in the stomach over and over and over again. Just don't buy their products.
I mean, trying to placate American consumers, and I think it dovetails, honestly, kind of perfectly with the whole Russia hoax. It's like, we're going to lie to you, we're going to offend you and your values for this long period of time, but you still need to, like, buy into the American system. You still need to trust the authorities. You still need to trust the FBI. You still need to buy our products. We're not going to change anything. Yeah, we'll give you the Durham report. We'll vindicate you slightly. Yeah, we'll partner with some 9/11 charity. But it's like, no, we're done with you. Like you said, I won't use the word, but it's corporate America.
They needed
sucks.
to come out and be like, hey, look, we're really sorry about this. We had a marketing VP who wanted to
It won't work.
endorse, and we think the campaign was not appropriate for our audience. We didn't mean to offend anybody, so we hope you'll stick with us. We will not be pursuing campaigns like this in the future. I'd have been like, oh, that was really straightforward and very nice of them. Instead, they just keep laughing behind the scenes, and they're doing these tricks to try and make it seem like sales are returning. And all they keep doing is, instead of assuming responsibility, they absolutely refuse to say, we were wrong. So I got it. We were wrong. Sorry, guys. We were wrong. And they're just digging. They're digging deeper and deeper and deeper.
I gotta be honest. I think saying they're wrong still would not undo the damage. I think a lot of dudes are just gonna see this as a gay brand from now on. It's gonna gross them out for that reason. They're not gonna want to be seen as gay, or they're not gonna want to support it, and so they're not gonna buy the beer. That's it. If they came out and were like, hey, Sawi was an accident, like our wonderful elected leaders do, and the people at the FBI. It still wouldn't do anything for them.
I think these woke marketing executives, though, their brains are so infested, like they have drunk the Kool-Aid on all of these social issues, that I also think that they also don't even actually want to make money for their companies, right? That's not like in their DNA, right? Doing that is another cardinal sin that you can't engage with. And so I think these people have always used these platforms to push social agendas. So they're not going to apologize because they're like, no, we're using this venue, this avenue for the explicit purpose that we were hired for. And I'm sure they have DEI beyond belief in terms of their hiring processes. So you're self-selecting for these loons.
They already disavowed Dylan Mulvaney behind the scenes, but they refuse to do it above the fold. They refuse to do it in a statement. They're going to their investors, they're going to the distributors and saying, we don't have anything to do with this, we disavow. But then the customers who are angry, they're like, ignore those people, they don't matter. Instead, we'll make a camo print and say disabled veterans over and over again. There you go. That'll get our customers
now,
back.
Well, it's incredibly
they want it to be like,
childish.
now if you aren't drinking our beer, it's because you hate disabled veterans. Where it could be, you're like, I just haven't forgiven you for the past. I mean, I wish they would just go dark. You know what I mean? I wish they would just stop for a while. Let yourself fade into the oblivion. I think people won't forget. I think you're right. But I think trying to start another campaign is only digging further into the hole, right? Like now it seems like you are just acting in the most smarmy way. You're insulting military veterans. You're insulting the people who want to support military veterans. You're insulting your audience, and you're not making yourself more likable in the process. Like nothing is going to repair this. The best thing they could do is to just stop talking for a while.
Something funny, Seamus?
No, nothing.
Something you want to share with the rest of the show?
Nothing. Serge just gave me a piece of paper with an idea on it that I also had earlier, by the way.
So you admit that you steal his ideas.
Nothing. No, it's a cartoon that might be worthwhile. It's about Bud Light. I'll mention after the show. We wouldn't want to spoil it, but they've totally tanked themselves. It's really embarrassing. What they're doing it was super gross, but they've continued to be disgusting. I don't see a way out of this for them, man. I really don't. If they're unbelievably fortunate, people will forget, but that's probably not gonna happen.
It's just they keep, you know what the best thing they could have done is? Nothing. If they did nothing, if they made no commercial, no Clydesdale, no 9/11, no Folds of Honor, and just literally said, guys, shut up, and we just drop all marketing, and we're just going to sit back. And then everyone would be like, well, you know, they did that thing that one time, I'm not going to buy. And then it would have just tapered off. Instead, they're like, can we every week punch our customers figuratively in the face?
Well, it's also, it's just wild. Like, as if they're going for this low-hanging fruit, right, that they know people agree with, which is really insulting. Like, 9/11 is something you're supposed to have reverence for because a lot of people died. It was an attack on American soil. To be like, oh, you know what, we'll come out as, like, anti-9/11 or caring about the fact that 9/11 happened, and that'll make up for the fact that we pissed off all of our customers and they'll start to relate to us again is insanely insulting. It's, like, insanely insulting.
It's cultural to not buy this product.
Yeah.
There's video. Someone posted a photo at a CVS where it's on sale. They brought all the beer to the front. And they're like on clearance.
Take this.
I went to a liquor store and I was like, "Ooh, are they going to put a Bud Light?" I'm like, "Where's the Bud Light ads?" And then right there, right by the door, it said Bud Light sale.
Yeah.
All of it on sale. And you walk in and they have a big shelf trying to get rid of it. The product won't move.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw somebody send me a thing on Twitter. It's like $4.95 for a 30 rack of Bud Light. That's crazy.
We had some of the staff here were mentioning that they were at a local bar and they asked the bartender. Bartender said they can't move it at all, so they took it off tap and put Coors Light in because nobody will buy it.
I don't blame
You can't move the product. What are you going to do?
And this is what people don't realize, though, and this is part of why it's been so effective. Everyone's arguing, "Oh, this is such a good move by conservatives on the part of the culture war," or "This is such a huge victory in the culture war on behalf of conservatives." I don't know how much of this is actually culture war in the sense that people who are invested in culture and politics are paying attention to it and strategizing, so much as it's just normal people being grossed out.
Well, I think that's part of it. It's a grassroots indication of the culture war, that it's not just about people who are in positions that are adjacent to the media. It is about what the public actually will tolerate and what they won't. I mean, we talk about all the time voting with your dollar. This is the ultimate vote with your dollar moment. They don't want companies like Bud Light essentially making fun of them and assuming they'll take whatever advertising is doled out to them and they'll go along with it. And I think that's a really powerful moment. I mean, in some ways, it is, I think, something a lot of conservatives will look back on and say, like, we had an influence. Like, yes, I'm sure Anheuser-Busch is suffering. They're about to face massive layoffs. There are probably really serious financial repercussions. And there are people at Bud Light who don't deserve that, right? Who were never in a position to make these decisions. On the other hand, I'm really grateful that as a culture, there was something that we drew a line at.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.